If you guys already don't know, there is an options prop firm out there that allows you to take $50 or $100 and they give you basically $10,000 to trade with, 25,000, 50,000, 100,000. And it's a great way if you don't have a lot of money and you are a profitable trader, this will accelerate you. Now, if you're not a profitable trader, then this could be your downfall because you're just going to gamble these accounts. So this is how I would effectively turn $50 or $100 into at least a payout in 25 days. As you guys see, this is 25 days. Make $1,000 off of $100, and then we just keep growing and growing and growing it from there. So how exactly would I do this, right? Based off math, right? Based off the most probable way of trading here, I would do a 10K advanced account just because it is going to be a little bit easier to pass in terms of not failing our account. Because if you do the basic, so this one right here, if you guys do the basic one, there's something called a trailing drawdown, and I can see so many people building the account up intraday and then comes right back down and people blow it. So the safest route is advanced options. Now, you guys can see it says 199. I said 100. Well, if we use code Lander, we are right under the $100 mark. So for $100, I can get $10,000 to trade with, and there's only 3 rules here. The first rule is we cannot lose more than 5% of the account. So since we have a $10,000 account, I cannot lose more than $500 to get us to that 9,500. And obviously that drawdown is going to come up as we build up this account. The second rule is we have to get it up to 10% of the account, which means that we have to turn $10,000 into $11,000. The other thing is we have to have a minimum of 4 trading days. Now, if you're not gambling, it should at least take you 4 days to pass this and turn $10,000 into $11,000, which is 10% of the account. So those are the rules. Now, day one, I'm going to pretend like I am not as good of a trader because it really, if I was trading on this account, it would take me 4 days. But let's pretend like we're not as good, right? I want to make it as realistic as possible. We're going to have a $2,000 position size. Now, it's a little bit more aggressive just because we're on the eval stage, which means that we're just basically trading for fun. So we need to get it funded as soon as possible while making sure that we're still thinking about risk. And we're going to have a $2,000 position size. Now, the way that we trade, we have a negative 5% stop loss. So we're able to have a $2,000 position size. Next, our average winning trade is about 15%. So it's a 1 to 3 risk to reward. Our average loss is 100. Our average win is 300. Now, day one, we win. Day two, we lose twice. So we're going to have 2 L's, right? Even though we have a win rate of 33%, we're still profitable by a little bit. Our drawdown continues to come up and actually stays up there from 9,500 just because once we come down a little bit, your drawdown stays until we start to rise. And as you guys can see, this is what's going to happen. Next day, we win. 1 trade, 1 win. Next day, we lose once. Next day, we win once. Next day, no trades. We win, but it's not a full winner. It's about 0.67 of a win. Next one, we lose twice, right? So 2 L's. Next day, we win $200. So again, 0.67 of a win. And then next day, again, 0.67 of a win there, right? So we're not even getting full winners here. We're having these 2 losses, another 2 losses. So out of 1, 2, 3, let's call it 4.5 winners. 2, 3, 4, 5 losses. So this is roughly about a 47% win rate. And it's not even a full 1 to 3 risk to reward. And it took us 10 days to pass. And now we have the funded account. So now it resets to $10,000 and it's a minimum of 4 days to at least get a payout, right? After that, we're good to go. But the frequency is after 4 days and we have to have a consistency rule of 30%, but it's not going to really apply to us because we're taking it very slow. So the consistency rule is fine. We need to make at least $250, right? And we don't want to blow the account either when we pay out. So we have to make sure that we have something called a buffer. So you guys are going to see that in a second. But day one, we are now moving it down to $1,000 position size, which means that every win is 150, every loss is $50, which gives us 10 losses in a row in order to blow the account, right? That is very rare, especially for how we trade. So it gives us a lot of room and a lot of probabilities on our side to not blow this thing. Now, the first day we win, right? Second day, let's say we lose 3 trades, 3 L's. And the next day we win, 1 win. We're back up. Then we come up to 10,300, 1 win again. Then we lose twice. Then we win once, so 1 win. Then we win again. We lose twice, 2 L's. Win again. Win again. Lose twice. Win again. But this time we only won $100, so 0.67 of a win. Then we have 1 full winner. 1 full winner plus a little bit, so actually 1.33 of a win. And then we just had 1 win again. So we had a nice little winning streak at the end. As you guys can notice, right, we have this green box right here, which means that this is where our buffer is hit. So at $10,075, we now have something called a buffer, and we have something called static drawdown. So as you guys know, right, how drawdown works is as your account moves up in value, your drawdown also moves up. And if we come down and hit that drawdown, we blow the account. But after a certain point, which is $10,575, so if our equity hits $10,575, which is like right around here, our drawdown actually stays still at $10,075. So after $10,575, our drawdown is now stuck at 75, which means that if we keep growing this account to $11,000, our drawdown does not continue with our account. It actually stays static, which allows us to then get payouts, and that gives us room to continue to have 10 losses of a buffer, right? Or maybe even higher, because we don't want to pay out and then we're just really close to our potential drawdown, which means that we're going to breach the account. We don't want to blow this account, right? We want to continue to keep growing this. So we want to keep it as safe as possible here. So when we get it up to this, right, we're kind of safe now and we can start to pay out, right? This is what I would do. As you guys see, right, this is the equity curve. Let's just pretend like this is, it's going like this, but we kind of smoothed it out. Our drawdown stops right there, right? So once we get it up, day 25, we got it up to 11,200. As you guys know, the buffer on the 10K accounts is 575. So I would be comfortable withdrawing anything above that. So 11,200, 456, 625. So we could withdraw 625 and remain having the same exact risk as we did throughout this entire time in 25 days. The problem is people want to just take full advantage of these prop firms and they want to make thousands of dollars in a single day, when in reality, this is not how you play the prop firm game, right? People try and get rich quick. They're trading out of desperation. They're trading just to make money really quick, when instead, I just showed you guys in 25 days, you guys are going to beat 97% of people, because only 3% of people get payouts. 3% of people get payouts. And the reason why is because they try and escape the options prop firm matrix by making $10,000 in a single day, and then they just end up blowing their account, right? There's so many people that blow up their accounts. So you just got to do what 97% of people aren't doing. You take it slow, but you're also risk conscious, right? Like this, taking it slow is still risky, right? We're literally putting 10% of the account into a single trade. We're risking 0.50 per trade, which is not bad, right? That's what usually people do. And that's it, right? At most, we're going to lose is 1% on the account in a single day. If we take 2 losses, which is a little on the high end, depending on who you ask. But again, this is not your money, so we can be a little bit more riskier, but also just conscious. We still want to make sure we're not being dumb with this. Now, do not make those mistakes that people make, where they're trying to turn $10,000 into $20,000 in a single day, and they just start going haywire, and they start not sticking to their plan, and they're trading based off their P&L, and they try and flip it in one day. That's how you blow your account. I just showed you guys in 25 days, you guys can beat out 97% of people, but people don't have patience. People don't know how to follow a plan because they're trading based off how to make money and they want to make money and they're trading out of desperation instead of actually trading based off your plan. I just showed you guys how to turn $100 into $625, right? So $625, which is a 525% return on your money in 25 days, which is insane, right? But you might not be like, oh, you might be like, oh, that's nothing, right? But that's more than 95% of people because they usually blow this amount, right? And plus, since it took us 10 days to pass this eval, right? Imagine the next month, right? Where we have 10 days to where we're actually trading the funded account. And plus, let's say we start to size up because now that we have that buffer, we're able to risk a little bit higher. Let's say the next month, right, we're at $11,000. Let's say we get to $13,000 the next month. Again, we could take a $2,000 payout and be totally fine. And now you just turned $100 into $2,000, right? Plus the 625, which again is more than 97% of people. Stop trying to trade out of desperation. Stop trying to force this stuff. The money will come if you just follow your plan. And this compounded is crazy, right? Then let's say the next month we get it up to $15,000 and then you take a $4,000 payout. Or let's say you start to size up. Instead of taking a payout, now you can size up and you can go to $2,000 on your position size, or maybe even $3,000 on your position size. And then you get it up to 20K. And then you're able to, you're like, you know what, let me take a 5K payout. Boom. But you have to take it slow and just follow the plan. That's literally it. So this is exactly how I would do it. Most people won't follow a plan. So, 97% of you guys that are watching this probably won't even pass the eval. But for the people that, are able to stick to the plan, this is exactly how I would do it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.